What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, fully packed out session, so lap times are just out the window, just out for battles and some good fun. So getting into the session here, you can see I've got 21 behind me. He's fast and he's blue, so I'm going to call him Sonic because I don't know his name, but a bit of argy-bargy here, trying to get through some traffic. 21's run unhindered around the outside, but runs into the same problem I do, so I can finally get clear and move downstairs. I think that summarises this session. It was very argy-bargy. Obviously 20 drivers on session, but you've got a lot of mixed skills, so you've got slower drivers with faster drivers, so always ends for an interesting session. But here trying to find a move, look for the inside, but just too much oversteer just ruins my exit speed, so I've got to slip back behind him and just look for a move on this next corner. Exact same move, try to get this inside, but it gives me the outside for the next corner, so just have to stay put and pinch him in, look for the switch on exit, try to get the inside. This gives me the inside for the next corner coming downstairs. 21 staying with, so we've got this nice group of 4 leading into downstairs. Just trying to find way past number 2, but just trying to figure out how to overtake him. I noticed they're oversteering quite a bit, and even here a bit of oversteer leads me to a bit of contact, but unintentional as always. Can't avoid it sometimes, but here trying to get a good run up the ramp. 21 staying with, so you've got a bit of a freeway battle going on, but struggling to find my way past this front runner here. Not because they're quick, just very awkward to get past, like here, just trying to tuck it in and look for the move, but too much oversteer caused me to crash into the back of them, and 21 can capitalise and get a nice run. Looks for a move as well, but just runs into the same problem, the gate gets closed, and it happens a lot, just to do with spatial awareness. Terrible T1 by the way, but sometimes people just don't realise you're there and you get pinched, and it happens. But coming into T2, nice and clean, lovely late apex, good exit, but 21 keeps up. I noticed that he was racing really solid, it was really refreshing. It's always nice to have quick people on track. It's really useful to learn. You see me going a bit defensive into the downstairs as number 2 here just goes clarting into the barrier and kills my exit speed. I already committed to the corner, so it was too late for me to react. But here in 3rd in the line, just trying to catch up to 21, while also defending my own against 13 behind me. It's always tricky trying to overtake people when you're trying to defend as well, but here just trying to close the gap, and I can see 21 complaining about his car. I think maybe not the best acceleration, but yeah, he's putting in good laps, and you know, so yeah, coming into the downstairs section, still got the 4 of us trying to battle it out. I'm trying to close the gap, trying to get a really good exit to get a good run up this ramp, coming up into a fresh lap. It's nice, I've got a bit of space now to breathe, and you know, coming into a fresh lap, I was thinking maybe we can actually get a clean lap in this, you know, because everyone's got a bit of space. So, you know, putting the corners how they want to. My T1 wasn't amazing, but as you can see, I've got a nice bit of space, and I'm just trailing behind 21. I'm just watching. I always follow people's lines, or maybe not follow them, just see what they're doing. But here I can see he's looking for a move, so I'm going to try and capitalise if I can follow through. No need for me to try overtake. If 21 makes a move, I'm just going to follow through. Here, big contact, I punt into the back of him, unintentional. It's unavoidable sometimes when you've got a train of 4 people. If the person in front messes up, you can just cause a train reaction, and that's what seems to happen. So as always, unintentional, you know, and unavoidable, but here just really trying to close the gap now, coming flying down the downstairs, really trying to close that gap. You can see a bit of traffic ahead, so I know I've just got to get a good exit speed and see where we go from there. Trying to hold my run because I've got a good amount of exit speed. Here we end up going 4 carts wide coming onto the starting straight. Don't see that very often, but managed to slip through me 21 pack ahead of the pack, and now I'm thinking we can really get some clean laps in. And here's beautiful T2, great exit speed. I know I'd realise at this point if I've got to keep up, I've got to race clean. So even in this corner, I've caused a lovely gap. I think I just used too much track on entry, but coming downstairs, normally one of my stronger points, just staying with, but gets a good exit speed. So I know I've really got to put in some work here. Coming to the S-bend, one of my stronger points, but even here he just pulls out of a great exit, so I might have to revise my lines and do some work there. But here, coming up to upstairs, one of my strong points, lovely corner, good exit speed. Notice how I'm giving him loads of extra space. I'm just to let him know I'm not trying to pressure him or overtake him, I'm just here for the fun and practice. Like, some people take, unluckily, yellow flag there to sort of ruin that, but yeah, let me get into some pit antics.
Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Fuck you, that's what.
I had to leave that blooper in, but finally we were back on green flags, back underway, still behind 21, trying to really put in his pace. We was very evenly matched, but I noticed he was very strong at the first few corners in the track, leaning into the middle sections where I maybe pulled the gap back, but it was a great race. Sonic in front of me, Kart 21, was with a group of boys and I was with one of my friends, and everyone on track in our groups were amazing, like really cool to meet. Had a bit of a chat with 21 in his group. Here, bit of bump draft to give him a bit of help, thumbs up. I remembered he was struggling to get up the ramp, so a little friendly hand. Still a no contact sport, but a bit of bump draft, so you know, if done well, can really help someone. So you didn't learn that from here, but just trying to help someone out, you know. But here, I can see he's really trying to make a move because I'm coming up to a fresh lap. Gives me a little apology wave because he feels like he hindered my run, but like I said earlier, I'm not really looking for overtakes like I am, and I'm not really trying to pressure him too much. Like if there's a clean move, I will take it, but I'm not gonna branch too far and do something stupid, you know. It's just a practice run, but I'm just doing the same as 21 here, just being patient and looking for a move when they're there. Good practice, but here I'd maybe look for the switch, but there wasn't really the space on exit, so I'm still at the back of the pack behind number 2. And if I can remember correctly, 2 was the one that was a bit oversteery, so I know I have to be careful to get past. Even here, a bit of oversteer, but my run's unhindered. Nice run on the inside, flick it round onto upstairs. That's my way past 1, just 2 more people left. Here we like to get a red flag, and if anyone could guess why we get this red flag, I'll be very impressed, because it was actually this lady behind me, but I didn't notice it until I've watched this video back. But some beautiful marshalling as always at Teamsport Sheffield. Quick neck massage, you know, to help the racers. Look up, I'm joking. But a ponytail was sticking out, so. And as always, if you don't want any dangly bits to get lost, you tuck in your dangly bits, peeps. No dangly bits on track, please. But now some great marshalling from Teamsport, especially Sheffield. Sheffield's at my local track, and all the marshals there. I'm not going to name drop, but they're all spot on, so that was well spotted by them. But not long till we get a green flag. We're back underway, coming up the final corner onto the start straight. Nice bit of gap behind me, so just trying to find a way past this marker here. Always looking for the inside, but can't get the right run, so I just have to slip behind. Here I really look to flick for the inside, get a great exit speed, but just managed a bit of contact, you know. The corner was taken beautifully, I just didn't equate for the person in front of me. It was not great, so stuck behind him again, trying to find another move back down the inside. Just looking for, just constantly switching, just trying to find the space and where I can thread my kart through. Just being very patient on the S-bend. Here trying to late apex, get my corner done before they do, so it gives me the inside. Side by side, flick it in, manage to get the inside and defend, hold my ground. Just trying to find my way up the ramp, and now I've got all the space to put some laps in. But this session in general was quite fun. The busy sessions are always good fun, but sometimes they can be frustrating because, of course, if you've got a lot of drivers, there's more room for accidents. So sometimes you end up with a lot of red flags, yellow flags, but when they're unhindered and they're like this, and you can just battle out with a big group of people with mixed abilities. So I was saying earlier, yeah, these sessions just for a bit of practice, but it's always good just to practice some racecraft and have a battle with a random group of people. But it was really good because a few sessions later I managed to beat my PB as well. I think I managed a 58.4, I believe. So hopefully maybe posting that video soon if you guys want to see that. But yeah, if you guys like watching these longer form content videos with me voicing over, feel free to let me know and I'll keep pushing them out at different tracks. But especially Sheffield. Sheffield's on my local track. I love this track. So if you enjoyed, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and I appreciate you guys for watching. As always, peace.